Hey everybody, hope everybody's having a good day today. I've noticed for a while now that it seems like a lot of our brothers and sisters out there are falling away. It seems like there's quite a few that are starting to let some of those old habits rule in their lives again. They're starting to let those master them again. And I want to come on here today and give encouragement and try to stir up an old memory for these people so they'll turn from what they're doing. I remember when I was neck deep in my addictions, I would try to think back of what my childhood was like. I remember telling myself, why can't I enjoy life like I did when I was a kid? Why do I have to have all of this outside stimuli? Why do I got to have nicotine? Why do I got to have weed? Why do I got to have pills to make me happy? I try to think back. Most of you guys, if you're in your 40s or 50s, even if you didn't have a perfect childhood, you like most of us, you tend to block out the bad stuff and remember the good. I remember when I was growing up, I was just a kid in the Ozark Mountains in Arkansas. This was the time before puberty and before hormones took control and all that. It was just, I remember just the innocence of climbing trees and building forts and making tree houses. It was just enjoying the fellowship with my cousins and with my friends and with my brother. We didn't need the things of this world, to make us happy. We were content to be with each other and just to rejoice in our life. And that's what I want to bring back to the ones that started off strong but seem to be getting choked out by the ways of this world. I've noticed some that they're like, well, there's no joy in being a Christian, and I'm like, yes there is. They seem to think that if they can't go back to some of their old ways and still be a Christian, that what's they used to being Christian, it's no fun here. I've never felt that way. I don't know if it was because I was so desperate whenever I called out to God and He answered that I couldn't imagine ever taking even a half step back and doing that. It just scares me too much because I know how powerful those demons are, and that if I ever step back into that and they got a hold of me, I know that they would never let go of me again. And I've seen some Christian brothers and sisters out there that I really love and care for, and they seem to be falling back into those old ways. They think that if I can't do this or if I can't do that, that there's no joy in life. Since since God saved me, I've learned what it's like to be a kid again. Sure, it's not all fun and games. I get attacked quite a bit by trolls and by haters, but I remember what it's like to be a kid again because I've gotten a second chance at life. And that's what each and every one of us have to remember, is you've got a second chance at life out there. Except this second chance at life is your real chance to get it right with God's help, to have an eternity in heaven. It isn't about this world here. This world here is just a test bed to see who's gonna let God reign in their life. He's gonna sift out those that are and those who aren't. I just want people out there to remember what it was like to be a kid, back before there were video games, whenever you stayed outside, from the time the sun came up till your mom yelled outside the front door for you to come in for dinner. You know, they had to get on to you, you know, to make you come home because you were just so busy enjoying life outside and having innocent fun. You know, I remember when I started getting older, about the time I hit 12 or 13 years old, you know, your body starts changing, the hormones start going, and then a little bit older kids, you could call them demons or whatever, you know, demons working in them, coming and trying to lure you, you know, trying to lure you out of the Garden of Eden and into the ways of the world. And that's the same thing that's going on now, is a lot of these brothers and sisters out there are being lured back by these demons. They're telling them that the only way to have fun in this world is to go back to their vomit. I couldn't imagine ever doing that. I pray every day that God gives me the strength and that He finds me worthy to endure to the end. And I pray that for each and every one of you guys. I just want you guys to remember that anytime those old feelings start coming back, those demons start singing their pretty song to you, trying to show you what you're missing or what you think you might be missing, just remember what it was like when you were a kid. What it was like when God first picked you up, and the joy you felt then and the innocence that you felt then. He made you pure again. He washed you clean. Just remember that God loves you. And that He's rooting for you. We've all got free will. And it's just a matter of how much of your will are you allowing to let go of and give to God to get you through all this. All these temporary things in this world that may seem fun now are just that. They're temporary. There won't be any of that in heaven. What do you think heaven's going to be like? You know, not going to be any drugs or alcohol in heaven. There's not going to be any cursing in heaven. There's not going to be any darkness in heaven. So what fun can be found in darkness? I found my joy again, and I found my childhood and my innocence again in the light. And I'm scared of the dark. I'm going to stay out of there. I love you all. Hope I didn't ramble on too much. God bless you.